I'm not. This is horrible. This is painful. And this is humiliating for any human being.
Is she able to pay a $10.4 million judgment?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
This is it, guys. I think Amber Heard is about to get deleted from Aquaman 2.
Amber Heard, the Hollywood starlet and ex-wife of Johnny Depp, has hit rock bottom. At this point, every one of you must have known what the Depp defamation trial was, down to its itty-bitty details. And now, Amber is facing the music and not in a dancing kind of way. Her roles, life, reputation, and career, everything is perished against in the whirlwind of after effects. What are her latest antics and how is her life now? We've got all the deets today, so let's get into it. Karma has finally caught up to never-back-down actress Amber Heard. Look how tables have turned as the American actress has got to the point where she had to sell her California home after losing the multi-million-dollar defamation case against her ex-husband Johnny Depp.
Amber Heard sold her house for $1 million, and that actually means a lot for Johnny Depp. Explaining this, Amber Heard revealed she sold her home in Yucca Valley, California for $1,050,000, which means it's a huge profit from what she paid in 2019, which was $570,000. But this isn't a happy sale for Amber Heard, where the reason she sold the house was due to her debts from the Johnny Depp trial.
Even though the Aquaman star is said to have made $500,000 profit, the amount is nowhere near enough to clear her debt to her ex. However, this is the only silver lining in Heard's clout. A fan perfectly sums the situation, saying, "Her finances stepped on a bee." Another added, "She's finally getting a taste of what she put Johnny through." Well, the public is especially right on this one as things get worse from here. It seems like Amber's career is in shambles as she fights to stay in the movie Aquaman 2. She is whining about it in court. "I was given a script and then given new versions of the script that had taken away scenes that had action in it that depicted my character and another character. They basically took a bunch out of my role. They just removed a bunch out." She continued to make ruckus even though millions have signed the petition to take her off the movie. But the fans are nowhere near satisfied with the results. Despite the cuts, the actress would be paid as enraging the fans even more. She should be fired. She makes abused women look bad. We know she lied all through the trial. She is not a victim. She is the abuser. She should be in jail for all that she has done. Others won't even take their children to see the movie. Keep Amber as Mira and lose a lot of money. Replace Amber and parents might take their children to see the movie. I wouldn't want my child to see Amber Heard in the movie knowing the truth about Amber. Amber might as well become blacklisted, which is nothing new as Hollywood is known for blacklisting any celebrity who is not loved by the public. Well, there is another rock bottom lower than any boycotted celebrity can be, and that is being the focus of a criminal investigation. Looks like jail might not be that far for Amber Heard as it seemed. It all started in 2015, when the Australian government was notified that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp had not declared the dogs on entering Australia. But Johnny resolved everything quickly by flying the dogs privately back home. Well, unsurprisingly, things took a turn for the worst when Amber opened her mouth on the situation on live television.
And how are the dogs? Are they good?
Yes, they're good. Despite attempts by certain rogue, thug Australian government officials, they are all right.
A month after that interview, in July 2015, those Australian officials that she called rogue thugs, well, they charged Amber Heard with illegally importing Pistol and Boo.
After the defamation trial, this case was also reopened and now Amber Heard is under investigation for perjury. Well, for those who don't understand the whole fiasco, basically she lied under oath, and that is a criminal offense. With the FBI on Amber's tail, things are sure to get worse for her in future. And for that, fans are lashing out on her brutally. It's high time Amber Heard was held accountable for all of her lies and entitled behavior. She is no better than most of us. In fact, she is far worse than most people with a moral compass and an ounce of humility. Conceding to the narrative, another one added, "The truth always comes out." And this woman needs to be accountable for all of her lies and for breaking the law. With all the things going down for her, you might be wondering how and where she is residing now.
Sources say for the last couple of months, she's been hiding out in Spain, where she's somewhat anonymous. The actress apparently flew there via private jet back in June after the trial and hasn't really been seen since. Now, pictures of her walking the streets of Palma de Mallorca with her 1-year-old have popped up online.
Even though not much is known about Amber's daughter Unog. According to TMZ, Amber only posts some pictures on social media when she is in the mood to show her mama bear mode. Maybe she was looking for a place where she might not be judged. As one might expect, in a normal course of hiding, people do not tend to make moves or do anything to attract attention, but this is definitely not the case for Amber Heard. She and her legal team has submitted an appeal to the court verdict.
Attorneys by Amber Heard's side decided to appeal, saying today on Today, the actress doesn't have the cash to cover the defamation verdict.
Is she able to pay a $10.4 million judgment?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
But based on which the claims are made are more absurd than the claims themselves. They claim Depp had sued Heard over a Washington Post op-ed published in 2018, in which Heard called herself a public figure representing domestic abuse. However, Heard never named Depp as her abuser. Still, Depp claimed that the opinion piece hurt his career. Heard then countersued, claiming that Depp's attorney Adam Waldman, as an agent of Depp, defamed her by calling her allegations a hoax in the Daily Mail. And for that, she is still strapped for cash as she has no jobs lined up.
Her attorneys argue Heard never had a fair chance in the courtroom because outside of it, she faced an avalanche of social media backlash, one the jury, they argue, could never avoid.
They went home every night. They have families. The families are on social media. It really, really was lopsided.
But the experts think that there is some other story behind her trying to defame Johnny again by appealing for a retrial. And maybe Johnny's patience finally wears off and he decides to sue her again.
So, Cooper, the whole defamation trial centred around an article she wrote saying he was abusive to her. If she's saying, again, he abused her, could she be sued?
She's getting herself in trouble here, yeah, because she's coming out and saying they had a trial. The jury found that she did defame him, and yet here she is defaming him again. So, but her whole purpose behind this, the reason she wrote the article, remember they had divorced in 2017, things were over. She said, I want him to move on, I want to move on. But then she wrote this article, and she's been poking the bear ever since because she still wants him in her life, even if it's in a negative way. And here she is again.
To top it off, Amber's legal team put forward the excuse that they could not present evidence in Heard's favor, which the judge, Penny Ascarrett, had ruled out as hearsay. The said evidence included testimony from 7 medical professionals that Heard had reported contemporaneous episodes of abuse to them. Now, the attorneys of Johnny Depp are firing back at the appeal made by Amber Heard. They claimed that the one account on which the actress was declared victorious was not really related to Depp. It was his attorney who made the remark against the actress, and the superstar should be held liable for it. A report by The Hollywood Reporter claims in which the legal documents quoted, "If clients cannot control the details of their attorney's work, it makes little sense that clients should nonetheless be held accountable for their attorney's tortious actions." Along with Johnny Depp and his lawyer claiming that the superstar should not be at fault, it is now to be seen if the verdict will see a turnover and create further issues for Amber Heard. But Amber's antics do not end here, not by long shot, as she has declared herself legally homeless. Amber Heard has declared herself stateless to avoid the insurance litigation. She has no domicile in any country. She is legally homeless. However, a well-informed fan tweeted bursting Amber's defenses. "It doesn't work like that. She is not homeless. She has no fixed address. Legally, it's not the same. She has the means to purchase or rent a property. She just chooses not to. Just when you think she couldn't get any worse." He further explained the case, tweeting, "She has the $7 million. It's not been donated yet, and she didn't use it for legal fees like she claimed. When they look at means, they are not thinking about her buying $1 million mansion. Just an average home, so a month's wine bill for her. All the things Amber is trying to pull for staying in the headlines is getting on people's nerves." One of the fans commented, "The problem with compulsive liars is they do it so much they either can't keep track of their own lies or actually start to believe them. She's a rare case of both." Some fans have diagnosed Heard with narcissistic disorder. The media and all of us just need to ignore her. That's all anyone can do with narcissists. She will keep going if any media sources give her attention. While others believe she is just delusional and can't accept defeat. This woman does not accept that the jury found her a liar, her inconsistent statements, not accepting facts that did happen, and not having the evidence to support her statements, and not having a medical record. Your word, Amber, is not worth believing in you, and you did everything with fraud and malice. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.